Guys, today in my kitchen we are doing the ultimate chocolate brownies. Whether you want it to be a bit healthier by using sugar-free maple syrup, like I accidentally got, or if you just want to go all out and have something delicious, then this episode is for you. So stay tuned, welcome to my kitchen, and let's see what I am baking. You will need 7 ounces of dark chocolate and half the amount of white chocolate, cooking spray, butter, 4 large eggs, dried tart cherries, all-purpose flour, nuts but these are optional, maple syrup, cocoa powder, finally some baking powder. So let's begin, shall we? To start, I am gonna do these in smaller portions, so I am just gonna get a cupcake mold and give it a quick spray with my non-stick cooking spray. And that way they'll come out easier. This part is optional, but if you want some nuts or if you want to do like a half and half, I'm just going to sprinkle some on the bottom of my pan now. And then I'm going to top the brownie with 1 nut so I know which ones are which. Again, completely optional. For the white chocolate, we're going to add these in after we make our brownie batter. So all we are going to do is we are going to get it out of our package. We're going to take about half the chocolate bar and we're just going to chop that into chunks, roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be in chunks. Set those aside and let's get working on our brownie batter. So into a heat-proof bowl, I am just going to do this in my microwave, but you can do it any way you want. If you do it in your microwave, you're going to add a bit of fluid, just to make sure it doesn't seize up and burn. In my case, I'm going to add butter and we'll see how it turns out. I might have to add a splash of like milk or water even. Now to that, we're going to add 1 1/3 cups of butter. And I am just going to chop it up a bit so it melts quicker. Just roughly like so. And then set that in. Breaking it up a bit, of course, if it sticks together. So very important, I'm gonna start by melting this for 30 seconds. And then as soon as that 30 seconds is up, I'm gonna stir it and see where the progress is and reduce the time according to how melty it's becoming. Meanwhile, I am gonna get Mr. Smiley ready for his debut. Not really, he's been in my videos before. First mix, I can tell the butter's already melting and the chocolate, but I might do another 30 seconds here. If you are doing this with smaller chocolate, you would do less time, like 10 to 20 seconds at a time. Let's see how that is looking. Looks like it might almost be there, so that's good. Yeah, needs a bit more time though. So I'll go about another 30 seconds, maybe even 20 seconds to be safe. Don't worry, I'll clean that up later. Okay, and let's see how that has come along. Looks like if I stir it long enough, it'll all melt together, so we're good there. And then we can continue on with the rest of our recipe. Oh yeah, that looks nice and velvety. Now I'm gonna go in with 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup, so about that much. Because my maple syrup is sugar-free, I feel like I'm just gonna add a handful of sugar here just to sweeten it up a bit. It's about 1/4 of a cup. And now I am just gonna mix the maple syrup and sugar in, and then I'm gonna start adding in my eggs one by one until completely combined. I have them right here. And just doing that one at a time, hopefully without getting shell in. And I'll see you back here once I do that. Let me show you how good it's looking. Look at that. It's like thick chocolate. I can hardly wait to eat these. And now let's measure out 1 cup of cocoa powder. I'm just gonna measure it out over the bowl so I don't, well, I was gonna not spill anything, but apparently I still did. And I'm just gonna measure out 1 cup to finish my thought of cocoa powder. Sorry if you hear my cat, I think he just had a snack. So that's good. I might need to get another thing of cocoa powder here soon. We'll see, will we make it? I'm gonna call that good enough. I found some cocoa powder in the other scoop, so we are good here. And then I am just gonna measure out my flour. So for my flour, I want 2/3 of a cup of flour. And let's see how that is, because I don't want to overfill this, because I can't put it back in. That is good enough. I am gonna add that and stir it. Wait, there's one more step. I almost forgot you need the baking powder. And now you need 1 teaspoon level of baking powder. And I am also going to add 3.5 ounces of tart dried cherries. Let's see. That's most of this container. About that. Or you know, what am I going to do with the rest? So I'll just add it all. Sorry if you can hear my cat. He might be bringing me a gift. He has the candy that he absolutely loves, and he always brings it to me or my mom. So it's nice. Can you hear him? I'm not sure if my software will leave that in. And now I am just gonna mix all that in after all that excitement. So cute. And now that I have all that mixed together, I am just gonna start scooping in. By the scoop, you want this to be about 3/4 of the way full of batter. And you're just gonna scoop until you use up all your batter. Oh my. And now a flicker that I saw earlier is back, making a bunch of noise. But that's fine, it's just a bird. At least it keeps my cats entertained. And I am just gonna shake this until it smooths out a bit. And there we go, let's start preheating our oven. So I am gonna preheat my oven to 325 Fahrenheit. And once that comes to temperature, I can bake these off. I almost forgot the important bit. Just a little bit of white chocolate can go on top of each one. How can I forget chocolate? I'm gonna push these down into it in a second. I just don't want to get my fingers dirty just yet. Or maybe I'll take a spoon to it even. Unless you think it looks pretty like that. Maybe it does. And also just top with the singular nut. If you're a nut like me. I'm joking. I'm not a nut. I'm far beyond it. Just joking. I put a pretty nut on each of the ones that have nuts in them, so I know that they're the nut-filled ones. This is a snack for me. Now that my oven's preheated, I also set my tray on another tray just in case of spillage. But I am just gonna set these in for 18 minutes. You don't want to go any more than 18 minutes because as they cool, they will start to solidify a bit more. So 18 minutes will be perfect for these. Now that my oven's preheated, I also set my tray on another tray just in case of spillage. But I am just gonna set these in for 18 minutes. You don't want to go any more than 18 minutes because as they cool, they will start to solidify a bit more. So 18 minutes will be perfect for these. This is what they look like when they come out. It's very important that you let these sit for an hour so they solidify and you can take them out easier. So since I can't dig into them right now, I'll leave a comment below about how good they are, and hopefully they're amazing. I think they will be because they smell amazing. And until next time, a banana. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. A banana.